Alright guys, in the course of today's class lesson, I'll be teaching on the subject biology, alright? So pay close attention. Moving further, in the course of today's class lesson, I'll be teaching on a very vital topic in the subject biology, and what we'll be discussing in the course of today's class lesson is a very vital system in biology, and it is called the transport system. Let's pay attention. What's the system called? The transport system. So let us start right away. So this is what we'll be discussing in the course of today's class. If you are online, do what to signify so we can start right away. Alright, if you are online, do what to signify so we can start right away. If you can hear me, do what to signify so we can start right away. So the first question we ask ourselves here, is what a transport system is. So what is a transport system? A transport system is simply the arrangement of body structures and processes that helps living organisms move important substances. So we'll start like this. A transport system, alright, is the arrangement of body structures. This is very, very important. So, transport system. So let's start. So let's get to know what transport system is all about. So a transport system is the arrangement, all right? It is the arrangement. It is the arrangement of body structures, all right? Arrangement of body structures. Pay attention, guys. Not just the arrangement of body structures. It also deals with the processes, all right? Body structures. It also deals with processes, all right, that helps these living organisms move important substances, all right? So after it has to do with the arrangement of body structures, it also deals with the processes that helps living organisms move substances, all right, move. So it is the arrangement of body structures, and not just the arrangement of body, and the processes that helps, all right, and the processes that helps living organisms, all right, and the processes that help living organisms. What are living organisms? They are simply organisms that have life in them. Pay attention. The process that help living organisms move important substances. All right, move important substances. What are these substances? They include like water, not just water, also mineral salt. All right, mineral salt, not just mineral salt. A lot of substances also help the movement of waste products. All right, water, mineral salt, nutrient, oxygen. All right, water, mineral salt, nutrients in general, because mineral salt is a nutrient. All right, so it's a nutrient. All right, nutrients. Most importantly, oxygen. All right, oxygen. Class, pay attention. And also waste products. And also waste products, which we are going to learn as we proceed in the class lesson. All right. So these are all we need to know about what transport system is all about. All right. Transport system has to do with the arrangement of body structures and the processes that helps living organisms move substances, like water, into the cell and also outside the cell. Do you understand? So that must be noted. So based on what we just said, definitely all of these like water, mineral salt, which are nutrient, oxygen will move into cells. Do you understand? While waste product will leave, right? Yes. So this is the overview of the transport system. But as we proceed in the course of today's class, we are going to learn a lot today. All right. So pay attention. So without wasting time, before I move further, guys, let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Let me know so we can move further step by step, understanding all we need to know on this aspect. So let me know if you guys are following me right away. Let me know if you are following me so we can move further. Class, let me know if you are following so we can move further. Good. So that is for that. So we can see we have learned about everything we have to know about the transport system by definition. But let us move further. Let me tell you guys something, all right? Let me tell you guys something. Every living organism, whether you are simple or complex, you have to constantly exchange substances. Yes, in transport, the transport system is a system that helps in the exchange of substances. The system will get those important substances, while the system will remove those waste products. Do you understand? So whether you are simple or you are complex, in as much you are living, you have life in yourself, you will definitely need to exchange substances. Yes, how does this work? It works by the transport system. So we now get to proceed to other informations in the course of this class lesson. All right. So without wasting time, you can see we have stressed on these important substances, or I would say they include water. Let us quickly just talk about these important substances. Water is an important substance that needs to be transported into the body. I believe you can relate to that. Not just water, oxygen is also very important. All right, those are your class of food in general. You need to take them, and these are class of food need to be transported to various parts of your body to give you energy, like water, mineral salt, vitamins, proteins, in the form of this smallest unit called amino acid, carbohydrate in the form of glucose. So all of these are important substances that will be transported into your system. All right. This will not bring us to talk about the transport system properly. I will learn how it works. We're going to learn how it works, not just learning that okay, these are important substances. You have to learn how it works. So moving further, let's get into substances that are not important. All right, substances that are waste products, in the body. All right, now I'm being generalistic. Carbon dioxide is a waste product. We animals, despite even if some animals are simple or complex, we don't need this. Yes, it is plants that needs this for photosynthesis. Yes, now what do we need? What do we need, guys? We need oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. Hope you are aware. Other waste products include urea. Other waste products include lactic acid. Class, pay attention. When I talk about respiration, I stress on the lactic acid fermentation, which is one of the type of process in anaerobic respiration, whereby when there's lactic acid accumulation, it leads to pain in the muscle. You've expressed what I'm talking about now. You just see that before you just know, you just feel one tight, your muscle becomes very tight, and it's as a result of lactic acid accumulating there, and it is a waste product. Do you understand? It's not really, they are harmful substance. Do you understand? They are harmful substance to the body. They are harmful what substance. Alright, you remember urea is present in our urine. You get what I'm saying? That is for that. Also excess ions. All these are waste product, excess ion or excess ions. Or we simply say excess salt. Excess salt in your body is no good and they are all harmful substance. Alright, I'm just being generalistic. Alright, just relax. So all of these are like waste products, whereby all of these ones mineral. See, excess salt is different from mineral salt. This one is found in the normal amount. You get what I'm saying? So that is for that. That is for that. So let us go further. Let us move further, guys. So you can see, this excess salt basically can do a lot, can cause so much harm in humans or organisms in general. What they do is that they disrupt, I repeat, they disrupt what we call osmotic balance. Alright? These guys, which are excess ions in our body, alright, they disrupt, I repeat, when something disrupts something, it means that osmotic balance. That's what they do, and this osmotic balance, it is very, very important. Alright, I'm going to explain what it means. Excess ions, they disrupt osmotic balance. Alright, when something disrupts something, it means that stops something from happening properly. Alright, they disrupt osmotic balance. So moving forward, what is an osmotic balance? What do I mean by osmotic and balance? When you hear about osmo, that's to do with water. You understand? Osmotic balance basically is the ability of living organism to keep the right amount of water and dissolved substances like salt and sugar inside the body cells. Let's say this is a cell now. Let's say this is a cell. So there's water inside this cell, and also there is some dissolved substances like sugar, like salt. For instance, I'm just giving an example. This is a cell. A cell has a nucleus. We talked about that. So the ability of that living organism to keep the right amount, alright, the right amount of water, the right amount of water, the right amount of sugar, the right amount of salt, the right amount of all of those things that is present in our cell. I'm not just related to sugar, salt, or the rest. I'm just saying that when an organism can maintain balance, that's what we call osmotic balance. You get what I'm saying? When those things that is in the organism body is not high, they're not high. When they are in the normal state, I'll say that, this organism has a good osmotic balance. But majorly it's has to do with water. Do you understand? Water and things that can dissolve in water. Do you understand my point? So that is what osmotic balance. But when there is excess salt, excess ions, it disrupts what we call the osmotic balance, and disrupts what we call the osmotic balance, guys. So that is what I'm talking about. That's why I said that, alright? That is why I said that. So that is for that. That is for that. Let us move further. There is a question we ask ourselves, alright? There's a question we ask ourselves, guys. Let me write it on the board so we can answer the question together, alright? How small single-celled organism survive without blood or transport system? How? This is a question. It's a question we have to answer. Let's answer this question because this question alone is very, very important. How does single-celled organisms survive? Single-celled organisms survive without blood or transport system. Let me explain what I mean by this, because this alone will help us a lot. Class, pay attention. See, this is a question we ask ourselves. How does these small organisms, because these small organisms we are seeing them, they basically, they don't have a good transport system. The small organisms you are seeing, they don't have what? A good transport system. Those small organisms you are seeing, they don't have a good transport system. So how does this organism now survive without what? These blood and the rest. So let's answer the question together. All right. So how does single-celled organisms survive without blood or transport system? All right. Let us start right away. I'm going to start by, before I do that, I'm going to wipe the board. So I will write the question and start answering the question, guys. So I'm going to wipe the board. At least we have started already. Then I'm going to answer this question from the beginning, all right? How does small single-celled organism survive without blood or transport system? Just pay attention. So first I'll wipe the board. So I'm going to wipe right away, all right? I'm going to wipe right away. So pay attention, guys. All right. So guys, if you are following, let me know. If you are following, let me know. All right. So move forward. All right, so let us start right away. So we have established the fact that, good. We have established the fact that, we've established the fact that whether you are simple or complex, whether you will exchange substance, you are supposed to transport substance into your cell, whether you are simple, whether you are complex. Do you understand? So how does this, because actually it's those simple organisms, those organisms that basically just have one cell, those unicellular organisms, we humans, we have a lot of cells. Do you understand? We have a lot of cells in our body. So how does those simple organisms, they don't have a well-developed transport system. How do they not survive? Because if there is no proper transport, organisms will die. But due to the fact that they are simple, they still survive. How? That's the question. Let's work that together. Alright. How does simple or single celled organisms, how does single celled organisms survive without blood or a transport system, everybody? It is a question we have to answer. I'm going to give us the reasons step by step. So if you guys are following me, let me know if you are following. So the first reason, number one, their tiny size. Or if you don't say tiny size, you can simply just say because of their small size. Because of their small size. Alright, because of their small size or tiny size. Now I'm going to explain and give you guys a reason why this happens. Alright, most of these organisms, they are basically microscopic. These single-celled organisms, they are microscopic, meaning that you cannot see them with your naked eyes. You have to use a microscope. So let's just take a very common example like amoeba. Amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled organism. Now, amoeba is basically unicellular. We've learned that amoeba is a protista, specifically a protozoa. We've learned this. So using amoeba as a case study, amoeba, everybody, all right, amoeba. Now let's just draw amoeba. Let's just say this is what amoeba. I'm coming. You know, amoeba has an irregular shape. It's not a regular structure. Alright, let me even draw it smaller. I want to draw it smaller. There's a reason I said I want to draw it smaller. Alright, I want to draw the structure smaller. I'm coming. Hold on. So let us move further. Alright. So guys, pay attention. So let's say this amoeba, right? So all cells, they have a nucleus, right? Right? Hope you are aware about these things now. So basically, because amoeba is a single-celled organism, amoeba is unicellular, everybody. So one of the reasons why they can survive without blood or a transport system. Now, what are these important substances that can basically, how am I going to say it now? What are these important substances that can basically help these organisms to be able to survive? We've talked about those nutrients. Initially, we talked about nutrients, we've talked about oxygen, those stuffs, right? So that is for that. So remember, amoeba is aquatic. So amoeba stays in water. And in water, there is dissolved oxygen. There's water in oxygen. There's oxygen in water, guys, right? There's oxygen in water. Those are water in a river. There's oxygen there. So due to the fact that amoeba is small, do you understand? Their tiny size is small, and they are just embedded. The body of amoeba is embedded in water. So because actually the way these guys, this set of organisms, exchange their substance is through a process called diffusion. Yes, now we have established this fact when we talked about body surface respiration. Yes, when we learned how oxygen basically enters into the cell and what leaves carbon dioxide, right? Where is the oxygen found? The oxygen is in water, right? Let's say this is water. So where is the dissolved oxygen found? The dissolved oxygen is in water. So water is where the oxygen is found in what? The highest concentration. Because by definition, diffusion is the movement of what now? Substances from a region of what now? High concentration to a region of what? Low concentration. So it is the water to which the oxygen is found in the highest concentration, while it is oxygen, because the oxygen is not finally in the cell, so the oxygen here will not be found in a low concentration. But the most important point here is that there is movement of substance from what now? The outside the environment to the cell. That's there is a transport. So the point here is this: the reason why they can actually survive is because their body is small and they are just most of them, they are just inside the distance. Listen, now another thing is this: one reason why they also can survive is that the distance between their cell structures, like inside the cell and the outer part of the cell where those nutrients are found, are short. So that's why the diffusion process can go on. But we humans, it doesn't work like that. We cannot just, get our food nutrients through diffusion. Let's say oxygen or food, food substances or oxygen will be diffused. That's why we have our respiratory system. Class, is that understood? Because where our lungs is in the thoracic cavity, and it's in the general lungs does gaseous exchange occur? No. Gaseous exchange occurs in the alveoli. So you have to pass through a lot of things. First the nostril, to the pharynx, the larynx, you get what I'm saying? Then the trachea, the bronchi, the bronchioles, then the alveoli. So you can see that the distance is very far. So diffusion cannot help here. That's why we have a well-structured, body system. But for this simple organism, due to the fact that they are tiny, they are small, that is why they can survive. That's why they can survive without a good transport system that can transport all of this oxygen, blood, all of these oxygen, nutrients, and the rest. Do you understand one of the reasons why they can actually survive without blood and also a good transport system? They don't need a good transport system. They just basically, because their body is small, then the substance will just diffuse into them. Class, is this understood? Let me know in the comment if I go further. Alright? Class, is this understood? Let me know in the comment section before I move further. Then we'll go into the second reason why they can basically survive without a good transport system. Let me know, guys. Let me know. So number one is what we call a large surface area. Now what did I say? A large surface area compared to volume. Class, pay attention. This is very important. I want you to understand every part of this class. That's why I'll take my time. So these small organisms, look at, they have a large surface area compared to volume. I did not mix my word. They have a large surface area compared to what? Volume. Class, pay attention to what I just said. See, I will say it 100 times and I will still say this. So this should tell you that smaller organisms like amoeba, paramecium, they have a large surface area compared to what? Their volume. Now, what does this mean? That will be a question you ask me, right? What does this mean? Do you understand? What does this mean? First, let us learn what surface area is before we get to volume. Alright, what is surface area by definition, relating it to a living organism? What we call surface area. Now, everybody pay attention. Surface area is simply the outer covering of that living organism. I repeat, a surface area, it is the outer covering of that living organism. Outer covering of a living organism. Outer covering of a living organism. Everything that is the outside. Everybody listen up. Outer covering. Everything outside. So the surface area is like the membrane. Yes, now the cell membrane now. When we talk about the component of the cell class. Hope you remembered. Hope you guys remembered. Alright? Hope you guys remembered what I just said. Right? Hope you guys remembered what I just said. You get what I'm saying? So basically it's like the outer covering. That's what surface area is. Do you understand? So another point about surface area you should note as a student. It is this area that has direct contact with the environment. Very true. It is this area, which is the surface area, that has a direct contact. Yes, now, it is this area that has direct contact with the environment. Class, does that make sense to you? What I just said. Oh my God. Why is this happening right now? Oh my God. Class, can you guys hear me? Is the network okay? Oh my God. I don't want this night. Jesus Christ. Class, please let me know if the network is okay, please. Others, I'm waiting. Somebody just said the network is keeping. Guys, let me know if the network is okay. Let me know if the network is okay. Guys, let me know if the network is okay. Let me know at your end. Let me know if it's just one person's. Oh, the network, is it okay? Say yes, it is okay, please. Just let me know. Yes, it is fine. Yeah, it is okay, please. Like, just tell me so I will know if it's working fine. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Somebody just said the network is fine, it's okay. Please, others confirm for me. Others confirm. So we can move further. All that's confirmed so we can move further. I'm waiting for your response. So all these are for surface area. So let's get into volume. What is volume by definition, everybody? Volume relating to a cell. The volume of a cell is everything inside the organism. Do you understand what I just said? The volume relating to this now, it has to do with everything inside. That's your volume. But the outer covering is basically what we call the surface area. Others, I'm waiting. Nobody has responded. Is this network okay? Because, if it's not okay at the end, the class might not be saved. You get what I'm saying? So you guys should let me know if the network is okay. Let me know. One person that said it's okay. Others respond. Don't just keep quiet. Respond so we know the network is working fine. Oh, network is not working. Oh, okay, it's working fine. I can see it here. Guys, you guys should let me know now. I want other people to respond. I know why. Because it's very, very important to know that everybody is following, all right? It is very, very important to know that everyone is following. So, guys, that's what we have said so far on surface area and volume, all right? And I've said that for this set of organisms, which are small organisms, single-celled organisms, good. For this set of organisms, which are small organisms or single-celled organisms, they have a larger surface area compared to volume. And I want to basically explain this. Because I just gave you a statement, but let me prove it to you that they actually have a larger surface area compared to volume. Guys, I'm going to use a box to explain this. Everybody pay attention. What did I say? I am going to use a box, a square, a box to explain all of this. So let's assume this cell is a box. Guys, are you following me? Then I want to wipe the board. Just know the statement that, okay, they have a larger surface area compared to volume, but I'm going to use a box to explain all this, all right? So let me know so we can move further. I'm going to wipe so I can basically show you guys what I mean by all this, all right? So I'm going to wipe right away. So guys, can I wipe? Guys, can I wipe? Yeah, I can. There's no time. All right. So let's basically work on the drawing and tell you that organisms, small organisms, they have a larger surface area compared to their volume. All right. They have a larger surface area compared to what their volume. They basically have a large surface area compared towards their volume, and I'm going to prove it to you all, so that what I'm saying will make sense to you. So what I'm saying will actually make sense to you. So what I'm saying will actually make sense to you as a student watching me right now. Alright? So what do we do? I'm coming, guys. Let us, work on it right away. Alright? Let us work on it right away. Let us work on it right away. So if you can hear me, let me know in the comment too. If you guys can hear me, let me know in the comment section so I can start with the explanation of what I mean by small organisms. They have a large surface area compared towards their volume. So let's do that right away. So get ready and show you with your writing materials so we'll move further. And show you with your writing materials. So I'm gonna show you guys something. So assuming that all right, guys, assuming we have an organism, but it's going to be a box in this case. A square box now. If I want to draw a square box, you have to draw something like this, right? Then you draw another one. Like you went to primary school now, those were able to draw box those years. Do you understand what I'm saying? We do this, right? We do this, we do this, we do this. Am I done? Yes, this is a box, but let me draw it well so it will be fine. Alright, let me draw it well so it will be fine. So just pay attention, everybody. Pay attention, Alright, let's take it again. So let's say this is the box. And this is another one. All right. Assuming this box is a cell, this box 1. Now guys, let's get back to our, what we used to learn back then in secondary school. All right, guys. So let's say that this box 1. Let me draw another box, but this time around, this box will be bigger. This box will be bigger. And this is another one. Alright, so this one is box 2. And lastly, box 3. Alright, so class, did you get all the diagrams I've drawn on the board? Did you get the diagrams? Did you guys get the diagrams? So all these are boxes, right? So let's assume that all these are boxes and they are cells. Alright, they are cell 1, cell 2, cell 3. Do you understand? Listen. So let's say this box now. Okay, first of all, these 3 boxes you are seeing, they both have 2 informations. First, they have a surface area. Now, what did I say? They have a surface area. Also, they also have a volume. Both of these, all these boxes, they have surface area, but this other one have it. It has a surface area. I will show you how to calculate them. Surface area and also volume as well. And this last box, it also has its own surface area, surface areal, and then it has its own volume. So how do we now calculate the surface area and the volumes of all of this box? Class, hope you guys are following me. So what do we do? First of all, as a student, you should know the formula for solving surface area. What is surface area mathematically? How do you solve the area of a box? All right, or the area of a square? All right, just tell me if you know in the comment section. In the comment section, so we can move further. Simple math question. All right, simple math question, guys. I'm waiting, nobody yet. I'm waiting, nobody yet. Nobody. Simple question. Oh, not that. Of a square. All right. Of a square. We can simply just say it is for the area. Area is, listen everybody, the area of a square is you saying length times length. All right, I just repeat again. I'm going to say what I just said. The area of a square is like you solving length times length. Thank you very much. Length times length. All right, because why am I saying? Because all sides of a square are equal. So we can just say, to solve the area of any squared diagram, all these boxes is length times length. Class, are you following me? That is for that. Class, are you following me? Let me know if it's clear what I just said. Let me know if it is clear. All right. Class, that part, did you get it? So remember, a box has all the sides are equal, right? All sides are equal in a box or in a squared diagram. So let's assume that there is the distance from here. Everybody listen. Let's assume that, okay, let's take it again. The distance from here to here is 1 centimeter. You know, length is centimeter now, the unit. Length is centimeter now. Let me get a fenter like a sharper marker, all right, a sharper marker, so that you guys will get it well. So we'll write it well. So this one is here now is 1 centimeter. So this side, the length of this, yes. Now I don't know what I'm going to use to explain this now. Let's assume this one is a square. Let's assume this is a square. You get what I'm saying now? All the sides are equal. So now this one I'm showing now is like the way we are doing this is like a 3D diagram. I'm going to show you something. You guys relax, eh? So basically, what I just said is that okay, this one has 1 centimeter. All the sides have 1 centimeter. They are all 1 cm. You can see 1 cm, 1 cm. Every here is 1 centimeter as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can see that all the sides of this square is 1 centimeter. All right, all the sides of this square. Same applies. Here is 1 centimeter as well. So now, if you want to solve, let's say now, you can see that this one is bigger. So we can just increase it to like, well, let's say here to here is 2 centimeter. All right, and here is also 2 centimeter. Here is also 2 centimeter. Hope you guys are following me. Let's work on this one. So let's say here is 3 centimeter. Here is 3 centimeter. And here is 3 centimeter. I'm just assuming. Class, are you following me? So now, pay attention. Pay attention. All right, pay attention to what I just said. Class, hope you guys are following. Are you guys following me? So moving further, area, surface area, I told us is length times length, or length times, I don't want to really stress on it, length times length, we are okay. Alright? Are you guys following me? Why for the volume is length times length times length. Class, is it clear? Class, is it clear? Let me know so I can move further. Is it clear? Let me know. I'm not done. Just let me know first if you are following. Just let me know. All right, good. Let us move further now. We want to prove to you guys that statement I made that for small, the reason why small organisms can survive because of that they have a larger surface area to volume. Just pay attention, guys. Those things are easy; they're not hard. Pay attention. But we are not done for surface area. See, listen. After I say length times length, you now times it by the number of faces. All right, the number of faces. What I say, number of faces that particular square has. A square has how many faces? Let's count it together. Alright, okay, let us leave that for now. What about volume? We simply use a length times length times length. For volume, we don't times the number of faces. So, alright, so let's move further now. How many faces? How many faces are you seeing in this square? All of them. Let's count together. You count your own, everybody. Look at the diagram and count your face. Let me count my own. I have this one face, one. Well, it's a 3D diagram now, like in a 3D format. But let's try and count all the sides. That's what that means, faces or sides. So one, this is a one. Are you following me? Another one. One. This one facing us. Two. Pay attention. This one here. I'm not looking inside yet. This one, two. I can see a corner face. Three. Alright, three. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the back 6. Yes. Class. Oh my God. Class, did you get that? Do you understand the part I said that they have 6 faces? All of them have 6 faces? Class, did you get that part? Because I want you guys to see it. It's not major, you have to see it in diagram. You even watching it in a video format, you'll be able to see it well because you're looking at it far. Alright, class, do you agree with me that all of them have 6 faces? All of them now has 6 faces? Class, is it understood that all of them has 6 faces? Good. I love that, guys. You guys are doing so well. So based on this, let us calculate now together the surface area. The surface area the surface area of this box 1 or cell 1. So here the length, one of the lengths is, you know it's length times length, and you are not picking 3 of them, just pick only length times length, 1 centimeter times another 1 centimeter times how many phases? 6 phases in this box. So surface area will now be equal towards 1 times 1 times 3, that's 6. You know centimeter is centimeter squared. Class, is this understood? Indices now. You understand now? Centimeter squared, there's an invisible one here, visible one here, so it's squared. It's 2 centimeters now. Alright, it's not 2 cm, so basically it's like squared. Class, did you get what I just said? You guys should let me know now. Class, what I just said, how I got is 6 centimeters squared. I have 2 of it now, so it's squared them. Do you understand? So let's move further to solve our volume. So to get volume is very easy. We just say 1 centimeter, because volume is LLL, 3L. So 1 centimeter times another 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. So what becomes the answer? 1 centimeter cube. Now what I say? 1 centimeter what cube? Yes, nah. Yes, guys. Do you understand? It's going to be cube now, that's 3. So now comparing the surface area to the volume ratio. There is something we must learn, everybody. They call it surface area to volume ratio. What did I say? Surface area to volume ratio. Alright, that SA is surface area and V is volume. What's now the ratio between these two guys? The surface area to the volume ratio based on our answer, guys. What becomes the surface area to the volume ratio based on our answer? Let's work it out together. Alright, what becomes the surface area based on to our volume ratio, guys? Alright, the surface area to our volume ratio. Alright, what becomes the surface area to the volume ratio? What becomes it? What becomes the surface area to the volume ratio? I'm coming, guys. Alright. So it's gonna be what? The SH to the volume ratio. What becomes it? The SH to the volume ratio is gonna be what? What's the surface area? 6 over what's the volume? No ratio now. The volume is 1. Do you understand? So my point here is this. For organisms, most especially smaller organisms, everybody listen. The surface area, they have a larger surface area to volume. Class, look at it. Are you not seeing SA there? What's SA value now? See now. Class, pay larger. Large. Alright, surface area and volume. Are you seeing the volume? Alright, so you can see that the surface area is large and volume is low. So all organisms, the reason why they can actually adapt because of that point we said that they have a larger surface area compared to volume. Surface area is 6. Calculate for the other. If you calculate for these guys, it's still going to be the same. Let's do it together. Sharp, guys. So surface area now is what? Length times length, right? So surface area will now be equal to what? And times the side. So it's going to be L times number of faces, right? So what happens is that 2 centimeter times 2 centimeter times 6. Alright? So surface area will now be equal to what? 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 6, what is that? 24, right? Class, are you guys following me? Guys, are you following me? Do you understand what is happening? Are you guys following me? Let me know in the comments, alright? So what then happen is going to be 2 times 2 times what? 6, right? And that's 24, right? So 24 centimeters squared. And volume here is going to be what now? L times L times L. So volume will now be equal to what? Volume will now be equal to what now? 2 centimeter times 2 centimeter times 2 centimeter. So volume will now be equal to what? 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4 times 2 what? 8. You get what I'm saying, right? So 2 times 2 is what? That's 8. So the volume is now what now? Exactly 6:1. Exactly 6:1 mathematically. You get, so this one will now be 8 centimeter cube, right? So what becomes the surface area to volume ratio is going to be 24 over 8. Alright, can we bring this to the lowest term? 24 over 8. What can go into both of them? Alright, what can go into both of them? Can I bring it down to its lowest term? You guys let me know if you can bring it down to its lowest term. Yes, we can bring it down. We can bring it down now. Yes, now. Guys, tell me, what can divide both? What can divide both? 24 divided by 8. That's 3. That means 8 can go into them. Alright, so 24 divided by 8. Sorry, yes, now. That's 3, right? And 8 divided itself, that's 3. So the surface area now, so volume ratio will now be what? 3 over 1. Do you understand? I use 8, now here is 3, and here is 1. Class, is this understood? Let me know in the comments. Class, hope you guys are following me now. Class, did you get what I just said? You guys should let me know in the comments if you got what I just said, so we can move further to do for the last box. Alright, so let's work this one out. So surface area will now be equal to what now? This one is length times face, right? So what will happen is that, let's work it out together. What's length? 3, right? 3 centimeter times 3 centimeter times 6. So surface area will now be equal to what? 3 times 3, 9. 9 times what? Times what? 6. That's 54. Class, you guys are not answering me. Hope you guys are following. So I had 54 centimeter squared, and volume is length times length, right? So then it's going to be what? Volume will now be equal to what's the length? 3 centimeter times 3 centimeter times what? 3 centimeters. So volume will now be equal to what? Based on the 3 times 3 times 3. Class, what? Hope you guys are following me. Are you guys following me? Let me know in the comment if you are following me. 3 times 3 times 3. That is 27. Class, respond now. That's 27 centimeter cube. Alright? 27 centimeter cube. 27 centimeter cube. Guys, let me know if you are following. Let me know if you are following before I move further. Let me know if you are following before I move further, guys. Are you guys following? Are you guys following? Do you understand what we just said? Or what we've been saying? Good. You guys should be responding fast now. So I will know if the network is still okay, alright? Because I don't have any problem with network. You get? So without wasting time, let us get into discussing about, we are still on. Thank you. So what becomes the surface area? So volume ratio is going to be what now? It's 54 over 27, which basically is best written as, because when 27 go, it's going to be 3 over 1. Yes, nah. 27 divided by that 54 is 3. Sorry, 2. Sorry, 2. You understand what I'm saying, right? 2 over 1. You get what I'm saying, right? So you can see, please watch these things. They are not hard. Class, do you understand what just happened? What exactly are you saying 3 times 3 times 6? Is there any confusion, guys? Ibrahim, please. I don't know what you're asking. If you said 3 times 6 times 3 or 3 times 3 times 6. We have this one to be 3 times 3 times 6. It's 6 and that's 6 faces. Alright? And it is surface area we're calculating for. So guys, let us bring out the surface area to volume ratio for the 3 boxes. Alright? So surface area to volume ratio for the 3 boxes. So box 1, box 2, and box 3. So here now is what's the surface area to volume ratio? It is 6 over 1. Here is what? 3 over 1. And here is what? 2 over 1. If you observe, there is a trend. There is something happening, guys. There is something happening. I'm going to tell you something that is happening. Alright? There is something what? Happening. There is something happening, guys. There is something happening. And what is that thing? Let me tell you guys. As a particular organism increases in size, listen, as an organism increases in size, listen to this point, as an organism increases in size, comma, the surface area to volume ratio V decreases. Class, is that true? Class, is that true? Look at now. Are you not seeing the surface areas? From 6/1 to 2, 3/1 to 2/1, they decrease. As the box increases in size, the surface area to what volume ratio what decreases. Class, is this understood? Let me know in the comment section if what I just said is understood. Let me know in the comment section if what I just said makes sense to you. All right, so we can move further. All right, you guys don't respond. I don't know. You guys should respond. So I know if you are following me. Respond on time. So I know if you guys are following. Are you guys following me? What we just said, does it make sense to you? You guys should respond. I don't want to do something and you don't understand. You guys should respond. All right, let me know in the comments if you are following. Guys, let me know in the comments if you are following. So we said that as an organism increases in size, the surface area to volume ratio decreases. It's true. And also we said that for smaller organisms, for organisms in general most times, but for smaller organisms, the surface area to volume ratio, what happens to it? So the surface area is usually larger than the volume. Yes, now all of them, look at the SA. Oh, they are all larger than your volumes. Class, is this understood? Let me know in the comment section. You can see how we've been able to, discuss about all this. All right, they are all very, very easy. They are not difficult at all. All right, let me know in the comment section if what we have said is making sense to you, so we can move further. Class, let me know. All right, good. You guys don't respond. I don't know. You have to respond. So I'll know if you are following me. All right, you have to respond. So I'll know if you are following. So you can see how we've been able to explain how surface area to volume ratio affects smaller organisms. This is why, because let me tell you guys, the way they are. Let's relate it to living organism now. For this, remember, this is the surface. The surface is usually what is covering the box, which are all of these surfaces, right? And now, look at this volume. The volume is basically here. You can see that the volume basically explains what is inside. So, for nutrient to be able to enter into this cell is easier through the process diffusion than nutrient to enter this one or nutrient to enter this one. So, as an organism increases in size, there is a problem that results. Why? Because for nutrients to be able to get into the cell, they need extra work. Do you understand? Because now the space, the volume will now increase as well. Do you understand? Like the volume will basically increase the way the surface area, but surface area is the one that increases more. If you check now, surface area is the one that increases more. If you observe now, surface area was 6 here. Before you know it became 24. Alright, before we broke it down. Before you know here it become 8. So the way this one increased and the way this one increased are not the same. So my point is this, class here. In summary, you have to understand that as an organism increases in size, there is a problem that results in the organism with basically getting nutrients. Most especially in simple organisms. Alright, most especially what? In simple organisms. So all this must be noted. And let's get into more other information we need to learn as far as this topic is concerned. Alright? So let us move further. So a question we ask ourselves, how does this simple celled organism get their nutrients or oxygen? It's through diffusion. We've explained this many times. It's through what? Diffusion. Alright, so without wasting time, let's get into other various aspects of this class lesson. Alright, we've basically we've done justice to all of this, understanding surface area to volume ratio. Alright, So that is for that. So I'm going to ask us a simple question based on what we have done so far. Listen, everybody, listen to this question, answer the question before I move further. When the surface area to volume ratio in an organism, let's say we have two organisms, the surface area to volume ratio in one of the organisms, let's say is 6/1, and the surface area for another organism is to volume ratio is 3/1. Which one will basically develop problem? Yes, which one will find it difficult to be able to get nutrients into itself? Is it the one with a high surface area or the one with a low surface area? Tell me. Is it the value I said which is 6/1 or the one that is 3/1? Alright? Let me know, guys. You guys should tell me the answer before I move further. I will not move further if you don't provide the answer. Is it the one that have 6/1 surface area, which is basically a large surface area compared to the 3/1 surface area, which is a low surface area? Alright, I've explained this already. Which one will basically develop problem, you know? Which one will problem arise? You guys you are not answering, you are not good. No, the one that will problem arise. Oh my god, no now. Is this 6/1 I told you guys? No now, it's the one with lower surface area that will basically develop a problem. Yes now. Lower surface area to volume ratio. We said this already now. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening? Class, listen and listen well. Remember, see, look at these boxes. Are you not seeing that from here it became bigger and bigger? And you check that this one that is bigger now have a lower surface area to volume ratio. And I'm telling you now that when a cell gets bigger and bigger and bigger, there is problem with that diffusion process to be able to get, for the cell to get nutrients. There will not be a further distance for oxygen nutrient to be able to be supplied to the cell, and with that, it will lead to inadequacy in nutrient supply, and that will basically kill the organism faster than smaller organisms. So definitely it's the one that will have a lower surface area to volume ratio that will develop a problem. Do you understand? Not the one you just said. Oh my god, what are you guys saying now? Please correct yourself, correct yourself. So move further. Correct yourself, so move further. Class, I believe all these are understood, right? They are all very easy, they are not difficult at all. So let's get into more various other points, alright? So that is for that. So class, is this understood? Because somebody answered the question wrong, alright? So is this understood now, everybody? As the organism becomes larger, the surface area to volume ratio reduces, and that will be a problem to the cell in getting nutrients. So everybody, is that understood now? When organisms are smaller in size, they usually have a larger surface area to volume ratio, and with that, the surface area is larger to volume ratio, and with that, nutrients can be supplied because there is a short distance between the outside environment and the cell itself. So everybody, is this understood now? Everybody, is this understood now? So move further. Is this understood now? Alright. Moving further, what is now the solution to all of this problem? Because organisms cannot just be growing and growing. When they get to a stage, because it's growing and growing, there's a problem of this cell will develop a problem very soon because it's getting very bigger. So for nutrients to be able to get inside the cell, there'll be a problem through the process of diffusion. That is why the biological solution to this is that the cell will divide. So this box will divide. Yes, now, when it divides, it now becomes smaller to be able to get, so it divides into two. Do you understand? That's they call it cell division. It divides into two or divides into different parts. You get? So it just divides to become smaller. That's the solution. Alright, that's the solution to this problem. Alright. Good. Alright, that's the solution to this problem, guys. So let us move further, alright? Let us move further, alright? Let us what move further, guys. So all of these things are seen in simple organisms, single cell organisms. Like we that are large organisms, we have many cells, and these are cells are not in our body surface now, they are inside our body. So diffusion as a process cannot just basically work alone. That's why we have a good transport system. So without wasting time, let us move further, alright? Without wasting time, let us move further, guys. Without wasting time, let us move further to talk about other things that are important right now. And what is that? I'm coming, guys, so we'll move further. What is that? I'm coming. Let us start properly. Alright. Now, let us now basically start talking about complex organisms. How we go now. These simple organisms, they don't have a well-developed transport system. But we that are humans, complex organisms, we have like a well-developed transport system. Alright? And for all of the substances you have mentioned earlier to be transported, we have what we have substances that basically, bus that drives passengers. So we have things that basically drives all of these substances to our body, we humans. So let us talk about them. Let's start with them now. They call them the transport media. The transport media. So why people let's start with the transport media seen in multicellular organisms, seen in organisms that are complex. Alright, the transport media. The transport what media, everybody. They call them transport what media. Transport what media. The transport what media, everybody. Let us work on that. Let us work on that right away. Let us work on that right away. So if you are following me, let me know in the comment section, guys. You guys are not responding. I don't know. Or is there a problem with network? Are you guys following me? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. If I move further. Let me know in the comment section before I move further. If you guys are following me, let me know in the comment section before I move further. If you are following me, let me know in the comment before I move further, everybody. So let's get into the transport media. Let's get into the transport media. But before I move further, let me know if you are following, guys. Let me know if you are following. Let me know if you are following, guys. Let me know if you are following. Let me know if you are following before we move further to talk about the transport media. The things that transport these, substances we have been, working on. So do that. Hurry up, guys. Confirm. Let me know if you are following. Transport what? Media. One of the transport media we have in the human body or those other animals. Animals, when we talk about the kingdom Animalia, we talked about when we talked about the kingdom Animalia, we stressed on what do you call it now? The vertebrates and the invertebrates, right? So now one of the transport media is cytoplasm. Alright, this is what basically transports substances. Alright, all around the body. Cytoplasm, not just cytoplasm, even water. Water is a transport media, alright? Water is what a transport media. Number 2 transport media I want to learn is very, very vital, alright? It's one of the major, it's one of the baba of them all, alright? They call it blood. Blood is one of the main transport media, alright? The blood is one of the main transport media. Hope you're aware that the blood, what we're going to stress on it. Class, are you following me? Are you guys following me? Hope you're aware that the blood basically is divided into, plasma and blood cells. The blood, we have plasma and blood cells, alright? Plasma and also blood cells. Blood cells. Alright, so this is another transport media, which is the blood. Alright, this is another transport media, which is what the blood. Other transport media include what we call intercellular fluids. Alright, intercellular fluids are also transport media. Alright, intercellular fluids, they help to transport substances. Intercellular what? Fluids. And also another transport media is what we call lymph. It's spelled as lymph, pronounced as lymph. Alright, lymph. Don't worry, we're going to stress on it in the course of the class lesson as well. Alright, so all these are transport media to take note of. Alright, we're going to talk about them right away. All these are transport media to take note of. Alright, all these are transport media to take note of. So class, if you are following me, let me know in the comment section. So now, we're moving further. You can say I said transport system. Everybody listen. Now, we can also call this topic circulatory system. What did I just say? If you don't want to call it transport, we can just call it circulatory what system. Alright, circulatory what system, whereby this circulatory system is of various components. What are the components of what a circulatory system? You guys are not responding. I'm asking if you're following. You guys keep quiet. Or is it the network that is making you guys not to respond on time? Maybe anytime I say it, it will take time before you get to where I am or something. You know, sometimes network can be crazy. But if it's not network, ensure you respond to me on time so I know you are really following me. So the circulatory system is divided into various components, all right? It's divided into what? Various components. The circulatory system is divided into various components, and what are they? All right, what are they? Number one component of the circulatory system is what we call the circulating fluid. Number one component of the circulatory system, they call it the circulating fluid. And the main circulating fluid in the body, let's relate it to humans now or animals, is basically the blood. The next circulating fluid we are going to talk about, the next component of the circulatory system is the pumping device. What did I say? The pumping device. And the pumping device is the heart, whereby the next circulating system, the next component is what we call the blood vessels. These are what takes the blood. These are what? These are the tubes to which the blood moves. Alright, these are the tubes to which the blood moves. You get what I'm saying? Right? So that is for that. So these are the three main components of the circulatory system. Alright, you know what blood is. We're going to talk about them one after the other. Right? We're going to talk about them one after the other. So guys, without wasting time, let us talk about the two main types of the circulatory system. This circulatory system is divided into two major types. Alright, the circulatory system is divided into two major types. And let's work on them right away. So I'm wiping the board so we can start on the types of the circulatory system. Alright, what are the types of the circulatory system, everybody? What are the types of the circulatory system? What are the types? Let's work on that right away. What are the types of the circulatory system? The circulatory system is divided into two. What are the two main types of the circulatory system? Let us work on them right away. So ensure you are paying attention, alright? Ensure you pay attention to whatever I want to do right away now. This one is very, very important. This one now is very, very important, which are the types of the circulatory system. So let me know if you are following me, guys. Let's get into the types of the circulatory system. I'm coming. It's blurry. Oh my God, why is it blurry? Oh, it's good now. All right, so that is for that. Let me get into the types of the circulatory system. All right, the types of the circulatory system. So first, we are going to talk about We have two major types. We have the open circulatory system and the closed circulatory system. So circulatory, the system that circulates various substances, all right? Circulatory what system? We have two major types. What are the types of circulatory system? We have the open circulatory system. We have the open circulatory system, and also we have the closed circulatory system. And what do I mean by open circulatory system, and what do I mean by closed circulatory system? That will be the question you asked me. What do I mean by open circulatory system and also closed circulatory what system? Exactly, all right, exactly, you that said this, exactly, all right, so that is for that. So let's get into talking about the open and the closed circulatory system and what they mean. Now first, we're going to start with the open circulatory system. The open circulatory system is a type of circulatory system in which blood, I'm going to tell you what that blood is not completely enclosed in blood vessels, all right. So let me write this well. Hold on. Let me put them almost together so that I can have space to define. So we have a closed circulatory word system. So on open circulatory system, everybody, open circulatory system is a type of circulatory system open circulatory system is a type, all right, is a type of circulatory system in which blood, this blood, we call them a hemolymph. What did I say? A hemolymph. Alright, blood, but we don't really call them blood. They are specifically called what? Hemolymph. So it's a kind of circulatory system whereby in which blood called hemolymph is not completely enclosed. Alright? Is not completely, alright, completely enclosed within blood vessels. All right. Normally, in humans, our blood are not just in our body. Our blood are inside blood vessels, tubes, be it their arteries and veins. We're going to learn it when we talk about the heart structure. All right. So in humans, our blood are not just basically outside, because here now, the bloods are not completely enclosed. Like their blood are just outside the organism. Do you understand? All this, I'm going to give you an example. Their blood are just what? Outside the organism. You get that for organisms that undergo open circulatory what now? They are basically possess open circulatory system. Their blood are not inside those tubes that takes blood, which are arteries and veins. They are inside what now? They are not inside. They are just in the body. This blood now, they bait organs. All the organs are there. They will just pack and bait them. You understand? They are not coming. Instead, it flows freely within the body cavity and directly baits organs, alright? Full stop. So instead, it flows, alright, along or freely within the body cavity, the body spaces, within the body spaces or cavity, and directly baits the organs, within the body cavities and baits the organs and base organs. So the organs in their particular organism, you see that the blood will just directly, normally for we humans, the blood are not just scattered anywhere. Bloods are connected to our organs. These tubes rather, actually they are connected as a wire, for instance now, let's use the word wire, to our organs. Do you understand? So the blood will use the tube to enter that particular organ. Not that the blood will just enter like that. While we humans are going to undergo closed circulatory system. I'm going to give us examples of organisms that undergo open circulatory system. Class, what am I saying? Does it make sense to you? Alright? What am I saying? Does it make sense to you? Let me know in the comment. Alright? Now, moving further, this blood that we are saying that is directly bathes the cavity of the organism. The cavity, the thing, listen, I'm going to tell you what hemolymph is. Hemolymph basically is blood mixed with body tissue fluids. Alright, and hemolymph is like blood itself. Alright, and hemolymph is basically blood mixed with the body tissue fluid. Alright, this is what we call an hemolymph. Blood and mixed with body tissue fluids. Alright, body tissue fluids. Alright, or body fluids. Blood mixed with body fluid is what we call an hemolymph. So it's not just blood, because the blood is outside the organism and definitely will mix with other fluids inside the organism. So they will call them hemolymph. So it's a hemolymph that is bathing all the organs, that is supplying to all of the organs like indirectly, freely. There is no control. You get everything just going. You understand? The bloods are just there, bathing different parts of the organism. And this blood, there are those spaces to which they bathe organs. We call them hemocoel. Hemocoel. Alright? Hemocoel. Alright? Hemocoel. Or supposed to call it hemocoel. Something. But that's the spelling, right? So the cavity, the open spaces to which this blood, bathes. Alright, this blood bathes is what hemocoel. Guys, note what I just said, alright? These hemocoel are spaces in the organisms, but I'm going to give us an example of organisms that undergo open circulatory system. Class, what I'm saying, does it make sense to you? Alright, does it make sense to you? So that is for that. So let us move further. Alright, let us move further. Good examples are arthropods, alright, and molluscas. Good examples of organisms that undergo this. Examples are arthropods, arthropoda. And who are the arthropoda? We have a lot of them, 4, but I'm going to just give us 3. Good example, insecta. Others, crustaceans. Alright, so these are examples of organisms that undergo this. Good example is cockroach. And another is grasshopper. And basically on the crustacean, crabs and prawns. We talked about this in classification. Also mollusk. The mollusca, like snail, they basically undergo open circulatory system. They don't have blood vessels. The blood just beats the organs. All right, the blood just beats the organs. That's for open circulatory system. That is for what, guys? Open circulatory system. So moving further, let's talk about the characteristics. Characteristics of open circulatory system. Number 1, the blood, which is called an hemolymph, is not confined in blood vessels. Class, hope you can relate to what I just said now. The blood is not confined in blood vessels. The blood are just inside the organism. They're not blood vessels like we humans are. They are more closed circulatory system. Class, all what I've said, does it make sense to you? Also, the blood flows in low pressure. Alright, so we simply just say that the blood pressure in this set of organisms, blood pressure is low. Alright, blood pressure is low. Yeah, blood pressure. The way blood, because if the blood is moving in a tube, it will be faster. Yeah, the blood pressure will be faster because there's a lot of competition. But now it's just everywhere. So the way the blood flows is just flowing small. That's why I said that blood pressure is what? Low. Other characteristics include blood flow is slow Look at what I just said. Blood flow also. The way blood flow is what? Slow. That is true. Blood flow is what? Slow, for sure. The way blood will flow is actually slow in this set of organisms that are on the open. Yes, now, because blood is just moving in a low pressure, so the way the blood will flow is slow as well. And here the blood is called an hemolymph, alright? We don't just call it blood. The blood is called what? An hemolymph. Alright? The hemolymph. You understand? The blood is called what? An hemolymph. You will say that this hemolymph is basically blood mixed with body fluids. And this blood, they basically enter into a space where the organs are found called the hemocoel, alright? So that is for that. So with this, we talked about the open circulatory system. Let's get into the closed circulatory system. This is seen majorly in we humans, alright? So let's get into that right away. Let's get into that right away. So if you guys are hearing me, if you are following me, let me know in the comment section. So get into closed circulatory system. So basically, I'm just going to alter the definition. Not that I'm going to wipe the body in full, so we can basically just, be fast and work on other important aspects of this class lesson. All right. So if you guys are following me, let me know in the comment section so we can move further. So I believe we have written everything about the open circulatory system. So let's get into the closed circulatory system. So I'll be wiping the board right away. So pay attention, guys. All right. So I'm going to alter this definition. Just pay attention, no. Guys, pay attention. Alright, I'm going to alter it. Don't worry, I will alter some parts. Alright, I'm going to alter the definition and tell you some things. Alright, so that is for that. That is for now. I'm going to alter the characteristics as well. But for now, just note what I've said. It will help you a lot. For now, note what I've said. They will help you a lot. So if you guys are following me, let me know in the comment section before I move further. If you guys are following me, let me know in the comment section before we now start the next, which is the closed circulatory system. So let's move that right away, everybody. So next, the closed circulatory system. What does this system talks about? All right. What does the closed circulatory? Oh my God, guys! I think I have to refill this marker. It's already getting faint. So let me refill before we move further. All right. Let me refill the marker before we move further, guys. I'm gonna refill this marker so we'll move further. So if you guys are following me, let me know in the comment section. Good guys. Good. Let's get into the closed circulatory system and learn what it talks about. Now, let us do that right away. I'm wiping the board. Okay, we've wiped already. So let's talk about the closed circulatory system. So for the closed circulatory system, we see that it's just direct opposite of what we have said so far. Direct opposite of what we have said so far. Closed circulatory system. All right. It is a type of circulatory system. It's a type of circulatory system in which blood the type of circulatory system in which blood are completely, all right, here now, blood are, let me just wipe that right again. in which blood are completely enclosed in blood vessels. All right, in what? Blood vessels. In what, guys? Blood vessels. In blood vessels. In blood vessels, and they are not in direct contact with body fluids or tissue fluids. You understand? Like the bloods are inside a tube. The bloods are inside tube, and they are not in direct contact with the, those fluids and the rest. You get body tissues, all right? Yeah, body tissues or body tissues or body fluids. Any of them are okay. But inside the tissue, you have fluids, all right? So body tissues, body fluids. You can just basically write it that way. So without wasting time, what are the characteristics? Now, that's the question we ask ourselves. Because how does it work? The way it works is that, first of all, that's why we have to learn how the pumping device, which is basically the heart, get how it works. Because when the heart pumps blood, because the heart it pumps blood. When the heart pumps blood, which blood vessel takes the blood away from the heart that the heart pumps? They are generally called arteries. That's what we'll see there. We'll see there very soon, alright? But before then, I want you guys to pay attention to closed circulatory system. Alright, so this is for closed circulatory system. Let's get into the characteristics of a closed circulatory system. So basically, examples first before I move further. Examples include all our vertebrates. Alright, all our vertebrates undergoes this, which are the param. Which are what? The param, which include Pisces species, amphibians, reptiles, apes, and mammals. But there's one group of invertebrates that undergoes closed circulatory system. Alright, we call them annelids. Annelids. When I say annelid, a good example is earthworm. Hope you are aware about this. Right? So just know that earthworm, though, because more of the closed circulatory system are seen in those less developed organisms, right? So, but for closed, now I'm seeing all the vertebrates, right? So, which include the fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, right? We humans. So, what are the characteristics? Now, one of the characteristics here is that characteristics. One is that the blood is confined in a blood vessel, that's true now, which are the arteries and veins. Alright, number two characteristics. We just use the opposite of what we've said so far for the other to work on the characteristics here. What is number two characteristics? Blood pressure is high. Alright, blood pressure is high. That's another. Alright, blood pressure is high. Blood pressure is high. Another characteristic is that blood flow is fast or high as well. When blood flow, because it's in a tube, fast. Because it's not in that open space called the hemocoel again. You get what I'm saying? So now it's in a tube, so the way blood now flow is fast. Alright? And it's controlled. Alright, fast, and because we can control it as well. And controlled. And controlled. So all this must be noted about closed circulatory system. You can see how we're able to work them out. So let's get into more aspects in today's class lesson. So I believe all these are understood. So let's move further. I believe all these are understood. So let's move further, guys. So next, we're going to start circulation properly in humans. Alright, we use humans to start everything, and then after they go over to other organisms. That's what we'll do. So we're going to talk about how we undergo how our circulation works. Alright, circulation in humans. Where we can go over to other organisms. So let us talk about the blood circulation in humans. Alright, blood circulation in humans. That is what we want to see right now. Blood circulation in humans. That's the subheading we want to work on right now. So guys, pay attention. let's get into that, which is blood circulation in humans. All right. I want us to understand it properly. All right. Blood circulation in humans. Class, are you guys following me? Let me know first. Let me know if I move further. Let me know if you're following before I move further. Class, let me know if you are following before I wipe the board to talk about the blood circulation in humans. Can I wipe the board? Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board, guys. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Let me know in the comment section if I can wipe the board. Guys, let me know in the comments if I can wipe the board so I can get into the next very important aspect, which is blood circulation in humans. You guys do that, so we'll move further. Good. Let us move further, guys. Let us move further. So talk about the blood, how blood or circulation works in humans, all right? How it works in humans. Let's start with that right away. So I'm not gonna wipe the board right away now. All right. So let us move further, everybody. All right. So first thing first, you need to know about human circulation or blood circulation in humans. First thing first, you have to know about how blood circulates through humans' body. All right. You have to understand that humans undergo what we call double circulation. Class, circulation can be of two types. We have some set of organisms that undergo single circulation. I will explain. Pay attention. See. Humans and blood circulation in humans. On this, as a student, you should know that humans undergo what kind of circulation? We undergo what we call double circulation. I will show to you guys, so pay attention. Double word circulation. And what does this mean? But before I explain, let me draw this. I have to draw the structure of the heart. Alright, I have to show you guys the structure of the heart and then explain to you guys how that works. Alright? Structure of the heart. So I explain to you guys how it works. Alright? Alright, let us move further. Alright, guys. I'm coming, guys. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay, I think what will happen is we're going to start with the heart. Let us talk about the heart, which is the pumping device first. All right, I've talked about the heart. We're going to talk about that's the human heart specifically. All right, the human heart specifically. We're going to talk about all of these blood circulation, how blood circulates. All right, at least if we got to the extent we want to talk about the human heart. All right, the human heart. The human heart, everybody. On the human heart, I'm going to give you description, but let's draw. From the diagram, we'll be able to see a lot of things on the human heart. Now, guys, the human heart has basically, first of all, on description, the human heart, everybody listen, the human heart is a hollow muscular organ. I repeat, the human heart is what? A hollow. It is what? A hollow muscular organ. Is what? A hollow muscular organ. What does this mean? Hollow means that in the human heart you have spaces, holes, right, where things comes out from. And muscular meaning that the heart is made up of muscles and is what? An organ. That's first point you should know. Also, the human heart is located in the thoracic cavity, close to your lungs, like in between your lungs. You get that's where it's found, in the thoracic cavity of humans. You get that's where you see this guy. All right, between the two lungs. Specifically, they call it the medial sternum. The medial sternum. And slightly to the left. These, we talk about the respiratory now. These are your lungs. So the left. This is my left side. So the left, close to the left side of the lungs. That's where the heart is located. Alright. And also, the heart is about a size of a clenched fist. Let's say you want to like this. This is the heart side. A clenched fist, something like this. You get what I'm saying? So it's about the size of what I just did. Your own heart too. So if your hand is small, you should know what that means. So that is what. Why is this stuff like this now? Please, you have to be bright. Oh my God. Why is it blurry? Alright, and also the heart is weighs about 250 to 300 grams. Alright, weighs about 250 to 300 grams. Oh, this stuff is just misbehaving. I'm coming, guys. Hold on. All right, you can see it's working well now. So the heart is about 250. But that's not like the most important thing right now. What's important to us is understanding how the heart works. Now, the heart has about 4 chambers. What did I say? The human heart has what? How many chambers? 4 chambers, right? And let us see these chambers together. We have the bottom chambers and the up chamber, the upper chamber, right? So these are the bottom chambers of the heart. Everybody pay attention. So these are the bottom chambers of the heart. Alright? So these are the bottom chambers. Alright? So these are the bottom chambers of your heart. This is how it looks like. These are the bottom chambers. Alright, the down chambers. And the bottom chambers of the heart, we call them ventricles. Now what did I say? The bottom chambers of the heart, what are they called? Ventricle. So basically these 2 chambers, we call them ventricle. Alright, they are called what, everybody? Ventricle. The bottom chambers of the heart, they are called what? Ventricle. So moving further, everybody, we stand like this. So these are left side of the heart, right side of the heart. So this is the left ventricle. Whether this is what, everybody? The right ventricle. Alright? This is the left ventricle, and this is what the right. You know what I'm saying? Right, left, right. Yes, so that is for that. Class, hope you understood what I just said though. Just be paying attention as I'm drawing here. Pay attention as I draw all of these there. Alright, you know what? Let's just do it this way so you can find out. So that is for that. So moving further, guys, we have to understand here that the left side of your heart, specifically the left ventricle, has thicker muscles. It has a thick muscular wall. Everybody, the left ventricle has what? A thick muscular wall. As you note it, as I'm saying, don't forget, I'll tell you why it has a thick muscular wall. While the right ventricle has a thin muscular wall. A thin muscular wall. A thin muscular wall. This is what I mean. This is what I mean, guys. This is the muscular wall. Thick. Do you understand? Look at the diagram I just drew. Now you're not seeing it. Look at now. This side is thicker, while this side is thinner. So the right ventricle, this side, has a thin muscular wall. Are you not seeing it? Are you not seeing what I'm drawing? Class, hope it's making sense to you. So let us move further. Hope all these are making sense to you. So moving further, in this chamber, you know, hope you understand what this chamber is. This chamber is what chamber? It is the left ventricle, right? So in the left ventricle, you have to understand here that, let me try to, I don't have to be, you know, just pay attention. So guys, in the left chamber of the heart, there is a very big vessel that branches off from the left chamber. All right, look at it, look at it. Look at it, everybody, look at it. Look at what branches off from the left chamber. All right. It's a very big blood vessel, very big. All right, it's a very big blood vessel. It's a very big blood vessel, everybody. I will tell you the name. And this blood vessel basically has something that basically, you know, so I will tell you what these diagrams are called, what that thing is called. But just know that in the left ventricle, there is something that basically comes out from the left ventricle. All right, there's something that comes out from the left ventricle. I will tell us. But before I do that, hold on, let me just draw it in. Now, this thing that comes out is an artery. Now, let's get into these terms, which are arteries and veins. As a student, you should know the difference. Artery, they are blood vessels. Veins are also blood vessels. Now, arteries, what they do is that they take blood away from the heart. This is the heart one to draw down. They are the guys that takes blood away. While veins, they take blood into the heart. Do you understand? Arteries, they take blood away. While vein, blood into the heart. Do you understand? That's what they do. You get. So this guy now is something that branches. It branches off from this left ventricle, and this thing they call, the name is called aorta. What did I say? Aorta. The aorta is the largest artery, the biggest artery in the heart. They call it aorta. What did I say? The biggest artery in the heart. What's it called? It's called what? The aorta. The biggest artery in the heart. What's it called? It's called what? The aorta. Moving further, everybody. This part now, this ventricle, you guys are saying, because we have established the fact that, okay, well, these are basically I'm going to say it now, these part are the bottom chambers of the heart, and the bottom chambers of the heart, they are what? The bottom chambers of the heart, they are ventricles, right? So moving further now, listen. Let us move further now, look at something. So there is something that comes like this. So for the ventricle now, after the ventricle, the upper chambers of the heart, they call them atriums. Atrium, everybody, what they say. You can see what I'm doing now. So it is only the left ventricle that is thick. You get, so now come like this, continues like this, all right, to form the upper chambers of the heart. To form the upper chambers of the heart. Class, I believe that's what I'm drawing. All right, so this one I'm drawing now, from this level now, like this level, is the upper chamber of the heart. You get, don't worry, you'll see very soon. Class, hope you guys are following me. All right, hope you guys are following me. Let me know. Hope you guys are following me. All right, so that is for that. So, so this for the upper chamber of the heart. Then this upper chamber, you see now, connects itself to this big artery that comes out from the left ventricle. And before it does that, there are things that branches from there. All right, there are things that branches from there. All right, just note what I just said. Guys. I'm coming, guys. coming, guys. So move further. Alright. Alright, so let us move further, guys. Okay, so as I was saying now, there is something that comes out like this. It continues. You know, we have this upper chamber now. This one now is the atrium. All right, just relax, relax. You're gonna see something very soon now. It will make sense to you very soon. All right, we have another one like this coming out like this. All right, just pay attention. I'll tell you what these things are. All right, just pay attention. I'm going to tell you what they are very soon. I'm going to tell you what they are. This thing I just draw, we call them veins. But what I say, this thing I just draw, what do we call them? Veins. All right, let me draw it bigger. We call them what? Veins. All right, they are the guys that receive blood from somewhere. I'll tell you guys. All right, and there are four. We have four of them, but I'll just show us two in the diagram. In our heart, there are four. All right, class, note what I just said. In our heart, how many are there? There are four. I'll tell you what their names are. All right, so that is for that. So this guy connects itself to what now? The what? The aorta. Are you seeing it? It connects itself to what now? The aorta. It connects itself to where? The aorta, guys. All right, it connects itself to where? The aorta. So what will happen right now is this. Let me reduce the diagram. I want to draw this way so that you understand a little bit. Just wait. Look at something. Better. Right? It's better. And this one now, this side too. Just wait. Alright, it's okay like this. Same applies to this side. I want it to be curved. Alright, so that is for that. Hope you guys are seeing it. Now that thing you are seeing there, that structure you are seeing there, everybody listen and listen well. That thing is, those things I just called. We call them pulmonary veins. Don't worry, I will explain. Pulmonary veins. These things, there are four. But I'm the diagram, I'm going to show you what two. Just relax. Whereby there is something that's, listen, I'll tell you, just wait. There's something that separates this is the lower chamber, the bottom chamber, this is the upper chamber of the heart, right? And the bottom chamber of the heart, they call them ventricle, while the top chamber of the heart, we call them something, we call them atrium, all right? So there is something that basically separates the, I'm going to sit down. There's something, look at it now. This is what separates the bottom chamber from the upper chamber. This is the upper chamber of the heart. This is the bottom chamber. So these upper chambers, we call them atrium. So this is the left atrium. This one now, left atrium. This is spelling of atrium. And now for this, I'm going to still do the same thing here. All right, I'm going to still do the same thing. But for then, let us move further. All right, let us move further. Moving further, there is something that basically, how am I going to say it now? Just pay attention, everybody. There's also another structure that branches, that comes out from here, from the right ventricle. It comes out from the right ventricle, the way you're seeing it here. It comes out from the right ventricle. Like the way you're seeing it, right? Alright? And it still have the same things, almost similar to this one. This one now, what's this structure called? That would be the question, ask yourself. What is that thing called that looks like the aorta? Or what is that structure called that looks like the aorta? That would be the question you ask me. All right, what is that structure called that looks like what? The aorta. Before we start labeling the diagram properly. All right. Coming, guys. Hold on. Coming, guys. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. So, guys, this is also another blood vessel. So you guys are seeing, but this blood vessel now branches into two. All right. This one that is aorta just goes like this, but this one that we are drawing branches into two. Look what I mean by branches into two. Like it branches into two directions. All right. It branches like this into two directions. Just pay attention, guys. It branches into two directions. Just learn it this way before I start labeling and telling you how blood flows in the heart. So just draw before we start labeling and telling you how blood flows in the heart. Now this one that branches into two, they call it pulmonary, just listen, pulmonary artery. Don't worry, we'll be able to understand all these terms very soon, but let's draw first. They call it pulmonary what? Artery, while the other is called what? The aorta. Alright, pulmonary artery, while the other, they call it what? The aorta. Alright, the pulmonary artery, which is basically called, and the other is called what? The aorta. Alright. 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 So guys, that is for that. Moving further, this guy connects. Alright, this guy you're seeing now, then connects to this. Well, basically there's another that goes like this. Just pay attention. I'm going to say it now. Because there's a structure that basically goes like this. Wait, hold on, guys, hold on. Let me wipe, so I'll show you something. Alright. So basically, this guy also connects to this side of the heart. These other side connect like this, right? Whereby, yeah, this is what I'm drawing now. This is what I have to draw. Alright, so that is for that. Alright, that is for that. So this structure you're seeing, guys, this one you're seeing, they call it vena cava. Vena cava. We have two of them. The one that is up, they call it superior. I will show you guys something. Hold on. Superior vena cava, right hand that is down, they call it inferior vena cava. Vena cava. Alright, vena cava. So that is for that, all right? That is for that. So without wasting time, guys, we now have to understand that this other side also have the way this left, what separates the left, listen, what separates the left, the right ventricle from the right atrium, because this is the upper chamber, so this is the atrium, is something also a valve that you are seeing like this, all right? So without wasting time, listen everybody, this part of the heart, this part you're seeing is the left ventricle. Are you following? Whereby this part is the left atrium. We know we feel the heart like this, right? Just pay attention. Remember I said that the heart has how many chambers? 4. Whereby this side is the right ventricle. And whether this is the right what? Atrium. Alright, so that is for that. That is for that first of all. Alright, that is for that first of all. Alright, let's basically create a line here for blood to enter. Alright, for blood to enter into the heart. So this is the diagram of the human heart. Then I have to explain to you guys how blood actually flows. How blood flows in the human heart. because it's very, very important for you guys to understand how blood flows, all right? It's very important for you guys to understand how blood flows. So that is for that. You know, remember we said that the heart is like the pumping device of the body, right? The heart pumps blood, right? The heart pumps blood. That will be the point you first of all know, all right? The heart pumps blood. So we have to now learn how it pumps the blood. That's what I want to learn now, right away, before I have to tell you guys all that thing. So before I move further, let me know in the comment section if you are following me, guys. Before I move further, let me know in the comments if you are following. Before I move further, let me know in the comment section if you are following me. Right, let me know in the comment section if you are following. Let me know in the comment if you are following so we can move further, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you are following so we'll move further. We're not done with the labeling though, we'll finish it. Let me know if you're following, guys. Good. 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 All right. So first of all, draw, before we talk about the way blood flows in the heart. Just quickly draw the diagram. Quickly do that. Quickly do that for move further. Quickly draw so we can move further, guys. All right. All right, so guys, let us move further. I believe you have drawn the diagram. So, how does blood flow in the heart? How does blood flow? That would be the question we ask ourselves. Blood flow, how does it work? First of all, who oxygenates blood? Which organ in your body oxygenates blood? It is simply because if that blood in your body is not properly oxygenated, the heart will basically pump that blood. But your body tissues, all the cells will not be able to get the vital, nutrients the cells are supposed to get, and that will cause harm to the individual. So first thing first, because I'm going to tell you why I said that. The circulation seen in humans is double. Just attention. Now, first thing first, let us establish some facts, guys. Now, arteries, what are their function? They take blood away from the heart. Away. Anything that is an artery, it takes blood away from the heart. Anything that is a vein takes blood back to the heart. Are you guys following me? Are you guys following me? Now, before we even do that, the heart has valves. What are the valves of the heart? Now, please pay attention. There is a valve that separates the left ventricle from the left atrium. This is the valve. They call them atrioventricular valve. What I say? Class, pay attention. Ventricular valve. Why are they called atrioventricular? They are called atrioventricular because they separate the atrium from the ventricle. Atrium, ventricle. Do you understand? So atrioventricular valves, they are valves that basically what now? We have different valves of the heart, but first we have two of them. We have atrioventricular valve in the left side of the heart and the right side of the valve. We have two now. So class, listen. What is this valve called? This one. They call it. Listen, everybody. It is called a bicuspid valve. All right, yeah. This one that is found at the left side is called a bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve. If you don't call it bicuspid valve, you can simply call it a mitral valve. All right, mitral valve. All right, I'm going to explain why it's called like that. But the valve, and it is an atrioventricular valve. Why? It separates what are the atrium from the ventricle. Do you understand? The atrium from the ventricle, they are atrioventricular. Atrioventricular. Do you understand? We have two of them. We have the left and the right. Left and the right. You get what I'm saying? So moving further, this one on the left hand side, the left atrioventricular valve is called a bicuspid valve or mitral valve. Why is it called bicuspid? Because it has two cups. Like the way this valve, normally now, the valve in the heart. The valve in this heart prevents backflow of blood. Do you understand? I know when blood enters through here, blood will not be, it closes. Do you understand? Listen, it's like this now. When blood enters, it closes. Do you understand? And it's called bicuspid because it has two cups. Like you can see the way it is now. Do you understand? But when blood enters, it's like this now, right? But when blood enters, gets filled, it basically closes to prevent backflow of blood. If there is backflow of blood, that's a pathologic condition. That means that person has a problem with the heart, and that is very critical for some years. And when blood goes back, the blood does not go back. Blood always goes one direction. Class, does this make sense? What I just said, does it make sense to you? All right. Does it make sense to you guys? Let me know. All right. Does it make sense to you? So what we are saying, does it make sense? Atrioventricular valve. Are you not seeing it now? You can see it now. So that's two bi means two cups. So when it opens like this, do you understand? That's two cups or two flaps. Do you understand? When it's like this now, when you want to open, look at it now. They are together like this. Listen, they are together like this. Very like they are together like this. You understand? So it opens like this. It opens like this and goes back. It opens like this and goes back. You understand? That's two cups. Two cups. Do you understand? All right. Bis. All right. Bicuspid rather, not bis rather. Bicuspid. Bicuspid valve. That's two cups. That's what that means, right? So why this one that is on the left basically is called a tricuspid valve. Or do you call it that? Yeah, which is the right atrioventricular valve. This one is called tricuspid because that's three cups. The way it opens now, it opens in one direction. There's another extra hand. Let's say the marker is the extra hand. So all of them open like this. You understand? So when it opens, it closes back to prevent backflow of blood. You understand? Class, I hope you are following me. So class, do you get what I just said? What I just said, does it make sense to you? What I just said, does it make sense? You guys should respond. What I just said, does it make sense to you guys? So that is for that. So we can see one set of valves of the heart, the atrioventricular valve. Other valves of the heart, what are they? The semilunar valve. Semilunar valve. Alright, these are the other set of valves of the heart, and there are two. They have what we call the aortic valve, and the pulmonary valve, or we simply call the pulmonic valve. Alright. Look at it, so it's very easy to understand now. The valve, look at this opening now. Blood enters there, and when blood enters, it basically closes. So this one that goes like this. These two things are valve. Alright, as it goes, it basically covers back, you get. So to prevent backflow of blood. So the valve of the aorta, they call it aortic valve. The valve of the pulmonary artery, I'm not explaining how blood flows, but just note all this. The valve of the aorta, aortic valve. The valve of the pulmonary artery, pulmonic valve. Class, does this make sense to you guys? Does this make sense? And what are these two set of verbs? We call them semi-lunar verbs. Note it. Class, does it make sense? Class, does it make sense? You guys should respond. You guys should respond. Let me know in the comment if what we have said is making sense to you. All right? What we have said, does it make sense? Respond, let me know. We simply call it pulmonic valve, or basically pulmonary valve. You understand? We don't have to call it his full name. You can call it pulmonic or pulmonary what valve. Pulmonic or what pulmonary what valve. Pulmonic or pulmonary. So guys, what we have said, does it make sense to you guys? Does it make sense to you all? Let me know in the comment section. I'll teach you how blood flows. Alright? I'll teach you how blood flows. Alright? I'm going to teach you how blood flows in the heart. I'm going to tell you how blood flows. So let me know first before we move further. Guys, let me know if you're following me, so move further. They prevent backflow of blood. That's the function of a valve. Alright, they prevent backflow of blood. Alright? They prevent backflow of what? Blood. Is that understood? Class, are all this understood? Class, are you guys following me? Class, are you guys following me? All right. So without wasting time, there is something. Because this verb here, there is something that holds them well, like a cord. There is a cord that basically holds them. These verbs you're seeing, there's a cord that holds them in place. There's a cord that holds them in place. Alright? This cord that holds them, like they hold them in place to prevent them from, flipping backward, flipping this direction. When blood enters, it closes. So this is cord that prevents them from going like this. You understand? So that's the point. So this cord, they call them something. We call them the chordae tendineae. Tendinase. The chordae tendinase. That's that cord. That's their name. Chordae tendinase. Tendinase. Alright? The chordae tendinase. The chordae tendinase. Alright? The chordae tendinase. And these cords are held by a muscle. Alright? The muscle that basically holds this cord properly in place. The muscle that holds this cord. They call them papillary muscle. Papillary muscle. Class, take note of all these things. So the muscle that basically holds the cord in place. What are the cord cords? What are the cord cords? The chordae tendinase. They basically help to put the cord in place. Alright? These things, alright? What are they called? The papillary muscle are basically embedded in the walls of the ventricle, right? They are embedded in the walls of the ventricle. You can see what they are saying, right? So these are the papillary muscles, right? These are the papillary muscles, and these are the chordae tendinase. These are the chordae tendinase. Class, are you guys following me? All right, take your time. Don't stress it, eh? Take your time, guys. Take your time with the diagram. Don't stress it, eh? Don't worry. We'll finish everything. Take your time with the diagram, so we can move further. So that is for that, guys. That is for that. So I've talked about the structures of the heart. This is everything you have to know about the heart structure. the human heart. So let's talk about how blood flows. Now, let me tell you guys, when we talk about circulation, you know, our blood, then oxygen needs to be in our blood. And what supplies our blood oxygen is our lungs now. We talk about respiratory system, right? So first of all, look how it starts. The lungs basically supplies now. You know, the lungs basically has blood. All the part of the body has blood, right? So who will now, class, answer this question? Remember I said that, listen. Who brings blood back to the heart and who takes blood away? The blood vessel that takes blood into the heart, we call them veins. While the blood vessel that takes blood away from the heart are called arteries. So now, actually, blood will come first from the lungs. What I say? Blood first comes from where? The lungs. Because the lungs is what will oxygenate the blood. The blood that lungs has oxygen will oxygenate it because that's where gaseous exchange occurs in the alveoli. So basically, the lungs basically oxygenate this blood. And when it oxygenates the blood now flows. The blood flow now starts. You understand what I'm saying now? Blood now, let me tell you guys what happens. First of all, who will take the blood? Now, the blood first of all gets to the left side of the heart. Class. The lungs take the blood first. And who supplies the blood enters first the left atrium. Who will not take it is the pulmonary veins. Class, any word pulmonary. The word pulmonary has to do with the lungs. The word pulmonary has to do with the lungs. So vein takes blood into the heart so these veins are veins that are connected to your lungs. Do you understand? They are connected to your lungs to your heart. So the blood will flow from the lungs to the heart. Through what? The pulmonary vein. Is it through the pulmonary artery? Is it through this artery? No, now artery takes blood away. So what takes blood into the heart is the pulmonary vein. You understand what I'm saying, right? So the blood basically goes first into the pulmonary vein. Remember I said that we have about how many? We have about 4. Alright, but in the diagram I'm just showing us. So the blood basically enters. And this blood that's coming is what? Oxygenated. Why? Because of the lungs. It's the lungs that's supplying it, and the lungs oxygenate blood. Yes. There's oxygen in the blood, so it's oxygenated blood. So the blood enters. So then the blood that flows where? The blood that flows where, class? Listen, the left atrium, right? So from the left atrium, the blood basically flows here. The blood flows into the left ventricle now. Are you not seeing it here? So when the blood is already filled, then there's a lot of blood here. The left ventricle will now push through this valve. Are you not seeing it now? And when the blood enters, this valve will prevent backflow. Alright, this valve now closes. You understand? They were like this now. When the blood enters, they were like this. So when they do not close, each other to prevent backflow of blood. If the blood flows back, there is a problem with that person. So then when here is filled, the ventricle is filled. You know, the left ventricle has thick muscular wall, this one. Because it has thick muscular wall, it will eject the blood, it will push the blood to this space also, to the aorta. Do you understand? The aorta is the largest artery. Remember, what's the artery function? It's to take blood away from the heart. So the lungs, look at what happens, class, now. First thing first, the lung supplies oxygenated blood through the pulmonary veins to the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, then to the aorta. Yes, now that's the connection. When it ejects blood, pushes blood to the aorta. Now remember, the aorta now takes the blood to what we call systemic circulation. Now what did I say? The aorta takes blood to what we call systemic circulation. I repeat what I just said. The aorta takes blood to what we call systemic circulation. I repeat, the aorta takes blood to what we call systemic circulation. What's systemic circulation? It's simply a circulation that basically supplies blood to all parts of the body. So due to the fact that the aorta is big, it supplies blood to every part of the body. Do you understand? Remember, where is this blood coming from? It's not the lungs. So basically, the lung supplies through the pulmonary veins to the left atrium, then to the left ventricle, then to the aorta to systemic circulation. Remember, I said that you must have 2 circulations. How many circulations have we seen now? 1. Systemic to all of the parts of the body. So all the body will now use the blood that contains oxygen. Do you understand, class? That's how it works. It works. So what then happens, everybody? What then happens after this guy has basically, taken the blood, listen, after the aorta has taken the blood to the all part of the body to function. So the body will now utilize the oxygen in the blood. making the blood to be like deoxygenated. Though the blood is not be completely deoxygenated, when a blood is deoxygenated, it means that that blood does not have oxygen. You understand? But not 100% like it doesn't have oxygen. There's still oxygen, little oxygen, but at least to some extent, because the blood has been utilized by the body cells, then it will be deoxygenated. So what will now happen? So basically, so how will not take the blood? Listen. What will not happen? What will not happen to this blood that is deoxygenated? How will this blood becomes oxygenated? That will be the question we ask ourselves. Class, we've already seen that, okay, let's learn one part of the process. That's systemic. Let me take it again, guys. So first thing first, the lungs oxygenate the blood. And I told us what takes blood into the heart is veins, right? What takes blood away is artery. So basically, blood takes the lungs basically gives the heart the blood that is oxygenated through what? The pulmonary vein. Can I say it's through the pulmonary artery? No, now, because arteries basically they take blood away. So it's through vein, pulmonary. Why is it called pulmonary? Because the vein is coming from the lungs. So it enters the left atrium, to the left ventricle, to the aorta, to systemic circulation. Then the blood becomes deoxygenated, but not completely deoxygenated. Then what now happens is that the blood now comes, listen. You know this blood circulates through our body, the up part of our body and the down part of our body. So at the up part of our body, the blood now basically comes through this route called vena cava. Alright? Now listen. What's a vena cava? A vena cava is the largest vein. The way aorta is the largest artery. Remember, this blood that is deoxygenated, I want to take it back to the lungs for reoxygenation. Class, this blood that we have utilized in the system through systemic circulation, we want to take it back to the lungs for what? Reoxygenation. Class, do you understand what I'm saying? Class, all these things, it doesn't make sense. Want to take it? So this blood now, those blood that is deoxygenated at the lower part of our body will come through what the inferior vena cava. Inferior is lower, superior is higher. Do you understand? So those blood that is lower will come through the inferior vena cava. Do you understand? The inferior then basically goes because this blood wants to be reoxygenated. So how will this blood be reoxygenated? It is only the lungs that will reoxygenate it and no other organ. Can the blood just connect itself through the pipe or the tube? Okay, now class, listen. Based on my explanation, which blood vessel will take blood to the heart, to the lungs? Yes, it's simple because we've established the two major blood vessels are arteries and veins. One takes blood to the heart, one takes blood away. So which one will not take blood away from the heart to your lungs? Is anyone that ends with artery? It is anything that ends with artery that will take blood away from the heart to any other organ. So since we are dealing with the lungs, that thing that will take blood away from the heart to the lungs will not be called pulmonary what? Pulmonary has to do with lungs. Pulmonary artery. Yes, now it is the pulmonary artery that will take the blood back to the lungs for reoxygenation. So this blood basically comes, this upper part of the body, blood enters, lower part of the body enters, and then enter through the what? Right atrium. Through this one now, right atrioventricular valve, also called the tricuspid valve, it enters into the right ventricle, though it has you can see that thin muscular wall. Then it pumps suggested to what? The pulmonary artery, and then branches into what now? The lungs. Because it's pulmonary artery takes blood away from the heart to an organ. So it's pulmonary, so it's going to take the blood to the lungs. That's why it's pulmonary. So the lungs now reoxygenated. Do you understand? So this type of circulation that the blood is going back to the lungs, they call it pulmonary circulation. What did I say? Pulmonary circulation. Do you understand? Pulmonary circulation means that the lungs will reoxygenate the blood and the process continues. That is why we said humans undergo double circulation. What are the circulation? Systemic and pulmonary. Systemic is basically the blood coming from the lungs to the right left atrium, left ventricle, to the pulmonary, to the aorta, to the system. Alright, systemic. But that blood now needs to be reoxygenated, basically come from the inferior superior vena cava to the pulmonary artery back to the lungs, pulmonary circulation. Class understood. Let me know in the comment section. All these things are not hard, they are very easy. So humans undergo what type of circulation? Double circulation. What are they? We are pulmonary and systemic what? Circulation. You can see how easy these stuff are. They are not difficult at all. So let me know if you understand what we have said so far about the heart structure, functions, and everything, and blood flow. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you understand what we have said so far. Semilunar valves are also valves. They are valves of the aorta. See, listen. We have 4 major valves in the heart, and there are 2 majorly. We have the atrioventricular valves and the semilunar valves, right? So what now? The semilunar valves are the valves that connect, that separate the pulmonary arteries and the aorta from the right and left ventricles. Yes, because it's from the right and left ventricle that the blood goes through the what? Pulmonary artery and the aorta. So the atrioventricular valves are shared. They are what separates the right atrium from the right ventricle, left atrium from the left ventricle. These are atrioventricular. But the one that separates the right ventricle, left ventricle from the aorta and the pulmonary artery are the semilunar valves, right? You can see them here. You get what I'm saying. Class, does this make sense for everybody? Let me know in the comment section so we can move further. Alright, let me know in the comment section so we can move further, guys. Let me know if all we have said is making sense to you so we can move further, guys. Let me know if what we have said is making sense to you so we can move further and get into all that kind of circulation and get into all that types of what circulation, because we've seen that we have double circulation. Humans undergoes double circulation. All right, now who are the set of organisms that undergo single circulation? For organisms that undergo single circulation, most of them, they have 2-chamber heart. All right, 2-chamber. All right, 2-chamber heart, which are basically just like this. 2-chamber, they will just have 1 atrium, 1 ventricle, like they have to just 1 section. Like humans now, we have 4 like this, but they have to just part of this part. That all those lesser developed organisms like fishes, though they are still more developed, but fishes have undergo single circulation and they have 2-chambered heart. All right, fishes have 2-chambered heart. All right, fishes have 2-chambered heart. You guys note that fishes have what? 2-chambered heart, whereby for land animals, but water animals that stays in water, most of them has, like fishes, they have single circulation. While for amphibians, they have, class, note this, amphibians have 3-chambered heart, 3-chambered heart, and amphibians, they partially undergo double circulation. All right, they partially undergo double. Just note all these points. Amphibians. I'm talking about the vertebrates. All right. So we've talked about the params, right? So these guys, now fishes, they have 2-chambered heart, 2-chambered heart. And what are they? 1 atrium and 1 what? Ventricle. Why these guys? These guys have 3-chambered hearts. And what are the 3-chambered hearts? They have 2 atrium, like 2 atrium and 1 ventricle for amphibians and 1 ventricle. Class, hope you guys understand what I've said. Class, hope these things are okay. Hope it is understood. Let me know, they are all easy. Whereby for birds like the aves and mammals, they basically have a 4-chambered heart. Like birds and mammals, they have 4-chambered heart. Note that birds and mammals, they have 4-chambered heart. All right, birds majorly and mammals, they have 4-chambered heart. Aves and mammals, they have 4-chambered heart. Which basically have what? 2 atrium and 2 ventricles. But for frogs, all those amphibians, they have 2 atrium and 1 ventricle. All right, 2 atrium and 1 ventricle. Guys, note all these things so for your exam sake. Note all these for your exam sake. Note all these for your exam sake. They will help you a lot. They will help you guys a lot. Note all these points for your exam sake. All right, note all these for your exam sake. So we can see how blood flows. We'll be able to establish all of those facts. Like amphibians, they undergo partial double circulation. Amphibians, they undergo partial double circulation. Why is that so? It is simply because they have 3-chambered heart, 2 atrium and 1 ventricle. So it's partial. Ventricle. Alright, ventricle. Right, ventricle. All these must be noted, guys. You can see how we're able to work through all of these, and they are not hard. Practice makes perfect. Rewatch all these lessons, and you are good to go, guys. Alright? Rewatch and you are good to go. Alright? So that is for that. Rewatch and you are good to go, and that is for that. Rewatch and you are good to go, and that is for that. So let me know if all of this makes sense to you. Let me know if all of this makes sense to you, so we can move further to talk about, because we've talked about this blood, how blood moves and the rest. Blood moving. Let us not talk about this blood itself. Alright, let us talk about this blood itself. We talked about blood move from this place to that place. Let us not stress on the blood properly. Alright, let us see how the blood, the general structure of the blood. Alright, the general structure of the blood. Alright, the general structure of the blood, guys. So let's do that right away. Let us do that right away. Let us do that right away. So if you are ready, let us proceed. If you are ready, I want to wipe the board, so let us move further. If you are ready, let us move further, guys. I want to wipe the board, so we'll talk about the blood properly. We'll talk about how blood moves and the rest. So if you are ready, let us move further. Alright, like this, and blood goes like this. You understand? So if you guys are ready, let us move further. Let's talk about the blood properly. Let's talk about the blood properly, guys. So can I wipe the board now? Let me know in the comments about the blood. Guys, I want to wipe, there is no time. Alright. Semilunar valves, I've explained it already, alright? I told us now, semilunar valves are valves that prevents backflow of blood, all right? And from the way they are found between the ventricles, all right? We have two of them. They are found between the ventricles and the aorta and the pulmonary artery, all right? They prevent backflow of blood as well. Because blood goes like this, blood cannot come back. So it's simple, no more stress. So you that asked the question, is it clear now? So guys, can I wipe the board? Let me know if I can wipe the board. Let me know if I can wipe the board. Let me know if I can wipe the board. So we can talk about the blood properly. Let me know if I can wipe the board, guys. Let me know if I can wipe the board. So we'll talk about blood properly now. Now, let us start on that. There is no time. Guys, you guys should let me know. I want everybody to be flowing, all right? I want everybody to be flowing. That's why I'm doing all of this. Let me know. All right. Specials we have the word already. So good. So let's move further now. So now, let's go out the blood properly. let's get into the blood. Let's see. The first point I want to tell you, there's something I want to tell you guys first of all about the blood. As a student, you should know, they can ask you a question on this. They'll say, what level of organization is the blood? Alright, what level of organization is the blood? You know, level of organization basically includes cells, you know, tissues, organs, and the rest. Now, please, everybody notes this. By definition, the blood is a connective tissue. The blood is a connective tissue. Now, why I say it's not just a connective tissue, it is a specialized, and I'm going to tell you why that's happening. Specialized connective or tissue. Alright, it is a specialized connective tissue. Alright, it is what? A specialized or connective tissue, guys. So why is this happening? Why is this so about the blood being a specialized connective tissue? For a substance in the body to be a tissue, it means that it is made up of cells. Because it's cells that forms tissue. So the blood right, within the blood vessels of the body.